Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Moves Like Magnus. So today I thought I'd try and show you one of my games where white opened with the unconventional Grob. Now, although this is considered one of the worst openings for white, there are actually quite a lot of maybe 1500 to 1700 ELO players that can play the Grob quite well, and if you're not used to this opening, there's some traps and it's easy to sort of go wrong. So yeah, I'll just show you a game. Now I also used to play the Grob, not a lot, just experimented with it a few years ago. So I'm kind of used to it, but I do sometimes, watch a couple of videos on it just to refresh myself with the theory, because like I say, if you're not used to it, you do the wrong thing. There are some traps, and yeah, I'll let you, if you're interested. I won't show what them traps are necessarily here, but you can have a look at the other videos. Anyway, enough waffle from me. Let's start the game. So the Grob is when white opens with pawn to g4. I responded with pawn to d5, and here white fianchettos the bishop with this opening, and it's generally considered, I think, best in this situation just to let the bishop attack the pawn on g4, well, take the pawn. And now white attacks my pawn on d5, and I think it's a mistake to take here. Well, it's definitely a mistake, because white will take the pawn on b7, and then I'll lose the rook. So I just come with pawn to c6. Now white takes, and I capture back with a pawn. Now white puts me in check, and I think it's best just to bring the bishop back, so defend the check with a bishop, which also attacks the queen. Queen goes to b3, and that attacks the pawn on b7. So anyway, I kind of just ignore that at the moment, and I develop the knight. So knight to f6, and it's okay just to let the queen have that. And as you can see, even the computer analysis says that is a mistake. And like I said, it can be quite scary. Like white is really sort of decimating the right side of the defense here. But anyway, just move the knight out, develops the knight, and protects that rook. And queen moves back. And as you can see now, black has a lot more development here, and white has actually opened the b file conveniently, so the rook can come out along the b file. It can attack. It can even go to the c file. That is open. So it's actually quite handy what white has done here. Anyway, I've moved pawn to e6, and the computer analysis after is saying that's a mistake. But anyway, I just wanted to shore up the pawn on d5. I guess I didn't need to. White develops the knight to c3, and here we go. I'm attacking the queen along the b file now. So queen goes back, and here we go. So black is a lot more developed here. Now I play bishop to c5. Analysis says that's a little mistake, but anyway, I just wanted to put pressure on this pawn on the f2. Anyway, white plays pawn to b3, and I'm not totally sure why I did this move actually. Analysis says it's an error, and I've got to agree, because you know, if white does play pawn to a3, then I've just got to take it straight back. You know, let's just have a look at that. So say pawn to a3. Now I could attack him at the same time, but obviously you could just take the knight here. I've opened up the a file for him. Okay, I grabbed the knight, but he's also got the bishop. So, you know, I've given up sort of 2 minor pieces, and I've only got 1, plus I've opened up the a file for his rook. So yeah, I don't really know what I was thinking there. But anyway, never mind. I wasn't punished for that, actually. Should have been. But anyway, white develops the knight, bringing it to f3, so that plan is to castle. But I don't want that to happen. I'm attacking his knight at the moment with a pawn. Knight moves back, and here we go. So you can probably see what's going to happen already. I'll bring the pawn forward, and he can't take that pawn, because if he does, it's in all sorts of trouble. So let's just have a look. So if white takes here, knight can deliver check, and wherever king moves doesn't totally matter, because you can see there's a fork here. Knight will be protected by the dark squared bishop, and I'm forking the queen and the rook. I can even try and be clever, you know, like put some more pressure by moving the bishop here. Then that's going to be a discovered check. So yeah, big problems for white here, and could easily lead to sort of checkmate soon, really. I think the fork is losing a rook here is the least of his worries, actually. Anyway, let's just return back to the game. So he pushes the pawn forward instead, so that I can't deliver the check there. But I can still deliver a check by moving knight to c2. There we go. King moves, and I can take the rook here. Now he develops the knight to c3, and I just want to sort of start trading pieces, really, because I'm so far up. And I think that's when yeah, white resigned here, because white's got no real sort of attacking threats, and yeah, it's too much of a good position from here for black, sorry. Okay, so I hope that was useful to see, because I think some of you, if you're playing sort of the 1500 to 1700 rating players, you might occasionally get somebody good at this opening. So definitely useful to check out some other videos and watch some other games on it. Anyway, I hope you found this one useful, and I'll see you next time.